Now we're live. How are you? You're muted.
Sorry. I must have muted myself when I came out and came back.
Yeah.
How you
Hi.
doing?
How are you? Good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to see you.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
Yeah. So today we're having Nel
Nieves.
Neves.
Nieves.
Nieves.
Yes.
Nieves. Thank you. So now Nieves, what kind of last name is this? Where is
Well,
the origin from?
my parents are Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Yes, it's a Hispanic last name.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
So do you speak Spanish?
Totalmente, sí. Claro.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool,
Yeah, I
cool.
speak Spanish. I grew up in. I actually grew up in Manhattan.
Oh,
Oh, you have a cat. I see your cat
yeah.
right behind you.
Oh, is it okay?
So cute.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look
I
at
like
that.
cats, but I'm
Wow.
allergic to them.
Oh,
But
you
yeah.
are?
Hmm.
We have two cats. This is
Oh,
the older one,
so
and
cute.
she's very sweet. Yeah, and then we have a very young one, a little
Hmm.
young one, and almost 2 years old, and
Yeah.
yeah, very energetic. So let me introduce now to our audience.
Sure.
Now is a photographer and graphic designer located in New York City. He volunteers his graphic designer video skills and talents for down ballot UBI candidates, including Jonathan Herzog. Blair, you help me to pronounce the
Blair
name.
Walsingham.
Yeah, Blair Washington and Badrin Khan.
Badrun
Uh,
Khan. Yeah.
Badrin Khan. And then what's the next one? AS.
Erica Rhodes, and
Yeah.
yeah, these are people I've worked with,
Yeah.
and I've volunteered. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
And then
Um,
you also help a humanity forward income movement,
mhm.
uh,
The mass
math
movement.
movement, and others.
And
Yeah,
others, yeah, like I've done work for so many different down ballot candidates.
yeah,
There's other people that I've done work for that I don't list because I wasn't officially on their team. Like I've done work for David Kim, I've done
right.
work for this guy in Florida,
Mm,
Christensen. I forgot his last
mm,
name. Is it Adam? I forget his name. But anyway, I've done work for. Uh, I mean, just a lot of them. I've also phone banked for a lot of people, like
yeah,
Marilyn Strickland, for example, in Washington.
right.
And yeah, so I've just done different things for different people all over.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And now is launching his own YouTube channel January 2021 called My Creative Workshop. And
Correct.
he's going to teach us how to use these tools, how to do graphic designer. And I feel like almost everyone needs graphic designer,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Here and there, and in either professional level or personal level or recreational level, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially these days, it's like I work for a financial institution here in New
Mm,
York, right?
mm,
And so I work in the marketing department, but during quarantine, when we had to announce to the when we had to announce to our customers, what's going on, what branches are open, what branches are closed, and stuff like that. If you think about it, if they didn't have me on board, how would they get that message across on their website or on their LinkedIn page, or
mm,
just across to do an email blast? So
mm,
graphic design is a growing profession, I guess, if you want to say it that way. And it's expanding. There's room here for everybody,
mm-hmm.
to do graphic design and the arts, and there's different types of things that we can do,
Mm,
not just graphic design, but also video design.
mm,
There's just so much that is available and so much need for things, because
mm,
especially now in the digital world,
right.
uh, everybody wants to do their own website, their own Facebook page, their own, um, they want to start their own business. You need a logo,
Right.
Who are you going to go to? So you need a whole bunch of different things. You need to create advertisements for your business.
Right.
And how do you do it without a graphic designer? So
Right.
my whole point for the
Workshop.
YouTube channel is just that we just want to. I want to be able to teach Yang Gang
Mm-hmm.
how to create their brand and how to
Mm-hmm.
and how to basically learn. I just want to teach my skills. And
Mm.
but the main purpose for me wanting to teach my skills is because I want to get everybody ready for Yang 2024. We were all devastated
That's
when Andrew Yang suspended,
mhm.
and I was watching the 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 documentary that we'll talk about later, right? And I
Mhm.
remember that there's one part when after Andrew suspended, there was a gentleman that said, it's not over. 4 years is just a small 4 years away, and Yang Gang's gonna continue going, and that's true. The thing is that we can't just wait for Yang 2024 to come so that we can take action. We need to start building and
Mhm.
and start preparing ourselves so
Mhm.
that we can have a bigger impact in 4 years from now, right?
Right.
And
Right.
one way to do it is to start training other people to know what we do and do what we
Mhm.
do, right? So
Yeah.
people haven't phone banked before, they learn how to phone bank. If
Right.
people haven't, learned graphic design, let me teach you how to do graphic design. Maybe you
Yeah.
can help out somewhere in the campaign, where you could do things that to help Andrew, push this forward. Or if Andrew decides not to run for president, because let's say UBI by some miracle of God happens to just come to pass, or then again, Andrew had 150 plus policies. So it doesn't just stop at UBI. There's so much more that we want to get
Right.
through, right? But
Right.
we need to start building towards
Right.
that goal of having a better America.
Yeah. Tell us about a little bit about your background, like
Sure.
how you grew up and how you become a graphic designer.
Yeah, well, ever since I was a kid, well, first of all, I grew up in Manhattan. I grew up on 125th Street and Broadway. That was my
Ah,
that
near
was my
me. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my neighborhood. I
Okay.
grew up, if you know, Claremont Avenue,
Hmm.
182 Claremont Avenue, apartment 22. That's where I was. That's where I
Oh
grew up.
my God. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I live on LaSalle Street.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes.
Hold on. So I used to live between LaSalle and Tiemann Place. That's
Timon, yeah.
crazy. But
Timon is
LaSalle Street
nice.
is LaSalle Street just that one block?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Like
Wow.
two
So you
two
live you
blocks.
live right around the corner where I used to live. So
Yeah,
you
two
live
blocks.
so
Yeah.
how long have you lived there? A long time?
I've been living here since 2005.
Oh, okay. So I remember there used to be you see, I only lived there till I was 9 years old.
Oh, okay.
And then in the 90s we moved here to Queens. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but there was a laundromat called Bubbles that used to be there. I don't know
Oh,
if it's still there, but there was a laundromat right on Broadway.
okay.
There was a laundromat, and my mom used to work there. She
Oh,
used to work at the laundromat, and while my father worked driving taxis and stuff like that.
I see.
But yeah, that's my neighborhood. You live right in my neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But the
look at that.
neighborhood now is kind of getting trendier and
Yeah.
trendy. Of course, we have, dry clean and
Mhm.
laundry. Lots of restaurants around here. Lots of them. Subway, of course,
Yep.
station is close by,
Yeah,
and
the
Italian
station, right?
food,
That's true.
Chinese
Well,
food,
yeah, but
Mexican
the
food.
McDonald's is no longer there.
Yeah, McDonald, that area now is like empty. I think maybe someone's developer is bought this whole area, is
Well,
gonna build
Columbia
something else.
University took that whole area around there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Columbia
They bought
built a forum, which is a handsome, building right across McDonald's. So right across McDonald's. So
mhm.
that also area was the voting station for this year
Oh
for
wow.
presidential voting. Yeah.
Wow.
So I went there to I did my early vote there.
Oh wow.
So
Well,
so the
my grandmother
yeah.
used to live right on a Teeman Place. That white
Oh,
building in the corner.
okay.
My
Yes.
grandmother lived in the third floor, so
Yeah.
I would always, like, every time we visited my grandma, she was always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she passed away in 2009, and
Oh, okay.
so but every time I drive around there, I think of my grandma. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
And there's a Starbucks right across
yeah, yep,
your
right across the
grandma's
street from there.
building.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. There's
Yeah,
Starbucks.
there's a trendy Japanese restaurant on the
Yep,
corner. So anyway, so
yep.
you grew up in New York, and are you the only child? May I ask?
No, I have an older brother and two younger sisters.
I see.
So we were a family of musicians. We were always very musical. I'm a drummer. My brother plays the piano. My father plays
Ah,
guitar. My mom sings. Uh,
yeah,
I do a little bit of singing myself, but I
yeah.
don't usually do it. Uh, yeah,
I can picture you singing. Yeah, you have
yeah,
a very nice voice.
yeah. Thank you.
So what
So what?
made you to draw to the graphic designer?
Yeah.
Mm.
So ever since I was a kid, I was always very creative, and I always loved to draw. If going to school all the time, I was always like, uh, okay, I'll say it this way, because not because I'm saying it, but because other people used to say it. I was always like the best person, the best drawer, right?
Uh-huh.
The best student who can draw in the class was always me. And
Yeah.
all my teachers would always tell me, Nelson, you should really go into art. You should be an artist.
Mm,
But
mm,
I mean, when you're a kid, like, what does that mean, right? Like, be an artist. Like, how do you do that? How
mm,
do you make a career out of being an artist? And
mm,
so I never knew how to do it. So, I used to love art, and I used to do my own things, but I never knew, you know, how to get into art, and how to make that a career. So I would always do other jobs, and work here and work there. Um, what happened was that I took a job and as a banker, as a bank teller, and there I was within the company working. Uh, I went from being a bank teller to being a supervisor in the branch, and after a couple years, I said, you know what? I'm tired of this. I
mm,
love working with people. I love the environment in the branch, but there was just too much going on that I said, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I
yeah.
decided I want to go back to school. And I spoke to my wife at the time. We had a 1 year old, and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to go and do something else. I don't know what I'll take. Maybe I'll do some IT, or something. And actually, you know what happened? I'm sorry. What prompted me was the IT department at the bank. There was a guy. I worked at a small bank. There was a guy, the IT director. He said, "No, Nelson, you're really good with computers. Do you want to join the IT department?" And I said, "Sure." But in order for me to join, he had to talk to my boss. And my boss, when he spoke to my boss said, "Nope, you can't have Nelson. He's the best, teller that we have. Uh, you can't have him." So basically, she blocked me from moving forward. And so I said, "Screw this! I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna go for IT. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get my degree, and next time that opportunity comes, I'm gonna fight for it, because at
Mm,
that time I didn't have the credentials. So how can you
yeah,
fight for it, right?"
yeah.
So I did that. I went back to school and I started studying IT networking. But after like a few classes, I said, you know what? I really don't like IT networking the way I thought I would. So
Mm,
I spoke to the director, the IT director at the bank I worked at, and I said, hey, you know, um, I don't like networking the way I liked. What do you suggest? And he said, Nelson, you're paying for school? I said, yeah. So do what you love. And I said, okay. So I spoke to my advisor in school, and she told me, I told her, she told me, well, what do you love? I said, well, I like design. I like Photoshop. And like, I didn't know Photoshop at all, but I wanted to learn. I
yeah.
said, is there any way I could get into like design or something? And she said, well, we have a degree in web design. And so I said, okay, I'll take that, because I used to make websites when I was a teenager anyway.
Mm,
And so I took that, and I learned Photoshop, and I learned Macromedia Flash, and uh, not Macromedia Flash. I'm sorry. At the time, it was Adobe Dreamweaver. I
Mm,
apologize.
yeah.
But anyway, so I learned CSS and I learned all this language. Anyway, the things that then so once I learned the basics of Photoshop in school, then I went to YouTube and I started learning the advanced things on Photoshop, like how to do advanced techniques. And I
Right.
pretty much learned. How's my feed, by the way? Does it look
Good.
okay? Not fuzzy?
Yeah. Yeah. No, your image and sound is all very good. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was that then I started learning more advanced techniques in graphic design, and I started designing flyers for my church and designing flyers for other people and other organizations and things like that. And um, then I in creating flyers, I took up photography because I realized that if I'm going to make a flyer, my goal was at one point was I want to do album covers for people, because I knew a lot of musicians and a lot of people that did recordings. And so I
Mm,
said, you know what, why don't I do album covers? I see a lot
mm,
of people do a lot of crappy album covers. I could do better than that.
mm,
So I said maybe I'll go that route. But I realized that when you are working with images, you need to be very careful because some images could be copyrighted, and you don't want to violate copyright rules and then get sued for using
mm.
someone else's image.
Right.
So I said there's two ways to go about it. Either you
Mm,
license images from a website, you get them from a free stock image website, or you create your own images.
mm,
So I took up photography so
mm,
that I can create my own images. And
mm,
so I became a photographer. I learned photography. And if you go to my website, you'll see how nice the pictures are.
mm.
NelsonNieves.com, by the
Yeah.
way.
Let's take
Yeah,
a look.
yeah. So I have a photography portfolio. What I really don't have is uh, I don't have I haven't created a website
Uh-huh.
for my online graphic design portfolio because I haven't had the time for that.
Yeah.
But I was trying to market myself more as a photographer because that's easier for me to do than to
Yeah.
just do graphic design for people uh, all the time. But yeah, sorry guys. Anyway, so in picking up photography, then I started doing more designs.
Yeah.
And one time, the bank that I worked for,
Yeah.
um, they had a Christmas party,
Yeah.
and at the Christmas party, uh, I told my wife, I said, you know what, I'm gonna take my camera with me.
Uh,
And she said, why are you gonna take your camera with you? Leave it alone.
yeah.
Don't take pictures, over there.
Yeah.
Just go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, no, I have a gut feeling. I want to take I want to take my camera. I want to show them what I can do because if I can show them that I'm a good photographer and I
Yeah.
can do graphic design, maybe they'll use me in a different capacity.
Yeah.
I want to get out of the branch. And my
Yeah.
wife said, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't waste your time.
Uh-huh.
And I did something, Ching, I did something that a man should never do.
What?
I didn't listen to my wife.
Uh,
And I said, I said at that moment, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take and I'm gonna
yeah.
take. I just went with my gut. I took
Yeah.
my camera with me,
Yeah.
and I took pictures. And
Yeah.
my boss told me, "Hey Nelson, why don't you send the pictures to everybody?" That was on a Friday. She said, "Why
Yeah.
don't you send the pictures to everybody on Monday?" I said,
Yeah.
"Sure."
Yeah.
That weekend,
Yeah.
I took all the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a girl that lives in Manhattan, actually.
Oh yeah.
Uh, it's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I took this picture. Yeah, these are all pictures I took. Go ahead, you can scroll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So what happened was, you know where that is, right, Ching?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's right by you.
120. Yeah, it's near. Used to be. What do you call? This is 125th Street.
That's
It goes
125th
that
Street.
way.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like a fairway. Used to be over there,
Yep.
but
Yep.
fairway is no longer. No more fairway.
Yeah. Correct.
Uh,
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So
so
what happened?
yeah.
You didn't listen to your wife. What's the
And I went and
consequence
took
you had to take?
pictures, and my boss told me send the pictures to everybody. And that weekend, I took all the pictures, I edited them, and I put a nice Christmas border around it with a nice little Christmas tree on the side. I
Yeah.
took the bank's logo and I made it in gold,
Yeah.
and I put it at the bottom. And so I set every picture, about 30 pictures. I
Yeah.
set them all up really nice. And
Yeah.
Monday morning I was ready to send it out.
Yeah.
And when I sent it out,
Yeah.
everybody loved them. But then I
Yeah.
never heard anything back from the bank
Yeah.
for like about 6 months.
What do
So
you What do you
um,
mean?
well, the thing is that like everybody liked it, but I thought that maybe something would happen where they would be like, "Hey
Yeah.
Nelson, we want to use you for other things,"
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
heard back from them on
Yeah.
anything. I was just working and whatever
Yeah.
until one day there was a new president
Yeah.
that came to the bank,
Yeah.
and he took over,
Yeah.
and he wanted to take a different route with the bank. He wanted to start doing more advertising
Yeah.
and do new pictures and everything. And one of the branch managers told him, "Hey,
Yeah.
why don't you use Nelson for
Yeah.
yeah, we're looking Jackalego, what's up?
Yeah.
We're looking at the website right now, nelsonnieves.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my website for photography." Yeah, so what happened was we so this guy's name is John Romano, great
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He decided to go a different route with the
Yeah.
bank, and do more advertising.
Yeah.
And one of the managers told him, "Hey, why don't you just use Nelson to do it?"
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, "Who's Nelson?" She said, "Oh, he does this on the side."
Oh,
So
okay.
he asked to see some of my work, and they
Yeah.
asked me to send it to him, and I sent it to him.
Yeah.
And one day, him and John Grosso, who was the director of retail
Yeah.
at the time at the bank, the president of the bank and the director of retail show up to
Yeah.
my branch
Yeah.
on a day when the manager's not in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
only me and the teller.
Yeah.
And you see, these guys with huge titles come into your branch,
Yeah.
which is very rare. When that happens,
Yeah.
somebody's getting fired usually, right?
Oh.
So
Oh, I
I'm
see.
thinking to myself, oh my God, what are these guys doing here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is the time when I wasn't expecting. I'm talking about, weeks later,
Yeah.
I had already sent my work over.
Yeah.
But they came in, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? I must have done something I don't know about. I'm gonna get fired. What's happening? And John Romano looks at me. He says, "Hey Nelson, do you know why
Yeah.
we're here?" I said,
Yeah.
"No, I don't." And, and he says, you know, we've seen your work. We like
Yeah.
it, and we're gonna open up a marketing department. We're gonna put you in it. What do you think about that?" And I
Oh.
was like, What?" Now again, it was a small bank, so they didn't have a
Yeah.
marketing department at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so they didn't have a marketing department at the time, and that to me was amazing that they gave me that opportunity. That was
Right.
in 2013, and
Yeah.
I was with that bank until 20. I want to say 2017, the late 2017.
Yeah.
No, 2018, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I was with the bank until the end of 2017, and I left them to join a small medical facility,
Yeah.
small medical office, and
Yeah.
I was doing graphic design for them in marketing and everything
Yeah.
for a few months, and then I got this opportunity to work for the bank that I work for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
great company. It was actually on Newsweek for New York's best number one, New York's best small bank.
Oh,
Is the bank that I work for now.
I
So
see. I see.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's how I got into graphic design. That's how I got
Great.
into all that.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
started doing Andrew Yang back in
Yeah.
2018.
Now tell
Yeah,
us about your
yeah,
story about NGM because you were Republican and then you
yeah.
switched your party to Democrat so you can vote for NGM. How did you find out NGM at the very beginning?
Yeah, well, what happened was that okay, so I was never, even though I was Republican, I was not a Trumper.
Uh,
But looked at, I always looked at candidates over party,
uh-huh,
and I was not a fan of Donald Trump.
uh-huh,
And so when I knew that the Democratic primaries were coming,
uh-huh.
I was on alert. I said, okay, I want to see who has something to offer.
Uh-huh.
because I'm not just gonna vote for someone. Oh, you put the background up. Nice.
Yeah, now just design this for me like
Well,
5 minutes before our show.
yeah. I mean, I didn't really design it. It's just a picture that I reframed, but
Okay,
yeah,
thank
I
you.
didn't have time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do want to design something for you, so you have a nice logo at the bottom or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know, I'll do
Yeah.
something nice for you.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
So,
were at, yeah, about Andrew Yan, yeah.
with
Thank you.
Andrew Yang, what happened was that I'm sorry, it's getting darker here, and now the light.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, so what happened was that I was looking for who was going to be the candidate I was going to vote for, because I knew I
Yeah.
was not voting for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But I can't just vote for a candidate
Yeah.
on the Democratic side just to get Donald Trump out.
Uh-huh.
Like that wouldn't make sense, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Um, and so in the first Democratic debate, I saw Andrew Yang speak. And when he started talking about automation and how it's taking away jobs and talking about how UBI is the answer for that, I was sold. And the first thing that Andrew Yang said, and I remember clearly, and I heard him, he said, I am not a politician. I'm an entrepreneur problem solver.
Mm.
That's all he had to say, and he had my attention
Mm.
from the moment he said that. Because I
Mm.
wasn't looking for a politician. I was
Right.
looking for a problem solver,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And by him just saying those words, uttering those words, he had my attention right away.
Mm.
There was no doubt. I said, okay, let me see what this guy has to say,
Mm.
you know? And when I heard him, I mean, I was sold. I was sold on it. And you know what, Ching, living in New York,
Yeah.
I've always seen the problem with automation. Like,
Mm.
for example, you remember the tolls, right? First, there
Mm-hmm.
was one easy pass lane.
Right.
Oh, sorry, two easy pass lanes. Then there
Yeah.
were three easy pass lanes. Then there were four, then six, and
Yeah.
only two cash lanes. You know
Right.
what I mean? And all of a
Right.
sudden now, there's no lanes at all. You just go right through the tolls,
Right.
and they take a picture.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So automation, look at how automation has taken away those toll booth jobs.
Right.
Because people
Right.
used to be in those booths collecting money all the time. But slowly, little by little, Easy Pass took it away, and now we're just taking a picture. And I always used to say to myself, why is the MTA always raising prices, hiking up prices in New York, and yet look at the jobs that are being lost
Mm.
due to automation?
Right.
Like they're not paying people; they're paying less people, but they're raising prices. Why? And then
Mm-hmm.
in New York, I don't know if you've ever noticed how every few years, um, there's a headline that says the MTA has a surplus of like $25 billion or something like that. You know, and yet you're like, okay, well, what are they going to do with surplus? Why don't they
Mm.
just give it back to the people? You know what I mean?
Right.
So because they're raising up prices to get a surplus at the end of the year, why don't you just give it back to us? No, they don't do that. They take the money and they give themselves raises, and
Mm.
then a year later, oh, we're hiking up prices 25 cents again.
Right.
You know
Right.
what?
Right.
For what? To create another surplus? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And so that they could give themselves another raise. So these are things that I always saw, and it would irritate me because people in New York. It's not easy to live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Rent is high, utilities are high, everything is high, and the MTA keeps hiking prices. They don't pay more money,
Mm-hmm.
to employees, and
Right.
yet, and yet everything's going up except our salaries.
Right.
And
Right.
so when Andrew Yang was talking about automation and how it's taking away all these jobs, I didn't know there was a solution until he mentioned universal basic income.
Mm-hmm.
Basically
Yeah.
putting tax on robots, in other words, right? And
Right.
and giving us the money. That it just makes too much sense. And
Right.
so that's when I was sold on him, and I started following Andrew Yang, and I found Paget's channel, and I started following her.
Right.
Then from her, I found a bunch of other people that were YouTubers and everything, and
Right. How did
yeah,
it tell the story? How did we meet?
yeah. So we met at Andrew Yang was after he suspended. He was. Let me just turn on the light. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, turn on light. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That's better, right?
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So I remember after Andrew Yang suspended, then everybody was saying, "Oh, he's gonna have a big announcement." And then I was in a Facebook. I was always in Facebook groups for Yang Gang, but when Andrew Yang suspended, I I didn't really friend anybody who was Yang Gang until Andrew Yang suspended. I started friending everybody. Everybody who I saw was Yang Gang, friend. You know, and the reason I did this because I said no, I can't lose
Uh-huh.
this group of people that think like me.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, so
yeah,
so
yeah.
um so I remember somebody posted, Andrew Yang's gonna be on The View. Click this link so you could get tickets. You know, and I know a few people. They selected. They were saying, oh, you know, I'm gonna get 10 tickets, so I'm good, whatever. I just asked for 2 tickets, just 2 tickets. That's all I wanted. And and so what happened was, uh, I heard back a few days later, and it said, "Hey, you got the 2 tickets for The View." And
Yeah.
I went straight to my wife. I said, Jen, we're gonna go see Andrew Yang at The View
Mm.
on such a on March 5th, right?
March, yeah, March
Yeah,
5th.
March
Yeah.
5th. I
Yeah.
remember the date clearly because that's my mom's birthday. And
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
so I told my wife, and she was like, I don't. She's like, I'm not gonna go see Andrew Yang at The View. I
mm,
said, why not? It's Andrew Yang. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And you know, my wife is not really Yang Gang,
mm,
but if she was to vote, then she would vote for Andrew for
mm,
sure because of me, right?
mm, mm.
But but the thing is that she said, I don't even like The View. I like the real.
Oh,
But she didn't want to. It's not that she didn't want to go because of Andrew. She didn't want to go
yeah,
because she doesn't like The View. She likes the
yeah,
real. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um. So I had 2 tickets. I had an extra ticket, and I posted in the group. I said, hey, you know, if anybody wants the extra ticket, you know, I have an extra ticket.
Yeah.
So there was this girl Susie who said, I'll take the ticket,
Mm.
and so yeah, that day we met up we met up and we I gave her the ticket and we went to see The View. She's actually in the video. She's right next to me. um,
Yeah.
yeah, so uh, I'm talking about, by the way, I'm talking about the documentary, the Ching's documentary, right? um,
Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah,
so,
so when I was there, that Ching was taking videos of everybody, and
yeah.
I'm waiting online, and I see Ching. By the way, Ching, I still have that scarf. Uh, yeah,
Oh,
Ching gave me a
yeah.
scarf
Yeah.
for the Andrew Yang scarf.
Yeah, yeah. You were like no, you were telling people you said you don't have a scarf or
Yeah,
something. You were
yeah,
I said,
yeah,
"Oh, I have a brand new one," you know.
yeah,
So I think I knew you were going because from the Facebook group. So
yeah.
when I get there, I start to say, "Who is Nell? Who
Who's
is
now?
Nell?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
So
were saying who's now? Who's now? And so
yeah,
that's how we found each other.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we haven't met before that, and I didn't know anything about you before that either.
yeah.
But
It's
but you
interesting.
know, it's crazy because after that, and I mentioned this to Andrew actually. After that, remember we went to that Chinese food restaurant to eat,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's where we met Jonathan Herzog and a bunch
yeah,
of people. A
yeah,
lot of people that were there that day
yeah.
became part of the Jonathan Herzog team, who helped him on the campaign.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
and by the way, we're working on the Herzog team, and we're working with New York Yang Gang to start getting ready for the potential Andrew Yang run for mayor. So
yeah,
if anybody wants to volunteer for that,
yeah.
I will give you. As a matter of fact, I should give you the website so that you can put it in the chat there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can just give it to me in the private chat, and then
Yeah,
I post them. So you said you talked to Andrew Yan about me.
I
How
did.
did how did that happen? Tell me.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So when and you know what? It's on video too.
Oh,
It's on video. So um I volunteer for Humanity Forward,
yeah.
and uh so I volunteer for Humanity Forward, and Humanity Forward highlighted me as one of their super volunteers
Oh,
uh re-
yeah,
recently. And
yeah,
in that video,
Yeah.
I was talking about how we about this same day when we went to the Chinese food restaurant,
Yeah.
and that's when I mentioned Ching Juhl.
Yeah.
I just mentioned your name right away. I said, oh yeah, with Ching. Uh, but um, but yeah. So if you go back to that video, you'll see me say it.
Oh, okay.
So
One
yeah.
cool.
So
Because I don't know. I have a feeling Andrew Yan has a really sharp mind
he
because
does.
I met him altogether 6 times in person.
Yeah,
But
and he probably recognized you at the
yeah,
view because you were very animated in the view. I remember that. It was so funny. And
I was dancing with my scarf.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the video on the of the view? Did you see
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. I did. Yeah. I should have that clip, in the film. But anyway, yeah. So
You
I
should
was,
put it. Why not? Right?
yeah, I was dancing around. Yeah. It was fun. It was so much
Yeah.
fun. We had a great time.
You know what though? Think if you think about it, you should with the view, you didn't really put the when he said, we're starting humanity forward or anything like that.
No,
You,
no, I
you
did
didn't put
not.
that.
I did not use their clip. Actually, I hide a small camera, digital camera.
Huh?
They say
Yeah.
you cannot take picture with your iPhone or with your phone. So
Mhm.
I actually brought a small camera and I took a few shots and
I see.
video and photo. So
I
it's
see. If you
sound.
were to use the clip of anything that they did,
I
then
think I need permission, right?
you need permission from them, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
then, in the other hand, I realize in my film, I actually used maybe 4 times, obviously in CNN, NBC, or New York one. They say if your clip is relevant to the story, it
Yeah.
can be a fair use.
Correct. Correct. If it's relevant, so yeah, in that case, yes, it could be fair use because you are talking about Andrew Yang's campaign and what he's doing after the fact.
Hmm.
So I think maybe adding the part where just the part where he says that he's starting an organization,
Hmm.
because it kind of leads people who have not seen the documentary
Yeah.
to say, people who don't know the movement and they're
Yeah.
watching the documentary for the first time, when you're doing this, you got to think about those people. There's going to be people that see it for the first time and they know nothing about the movement, right?
Right. Right.
So you want to make them learn about things. So maybe they
Right.
don't know about Humanity Forward,
Right.
but if you add that clip, then they'll say, oh wait, he has an organization called Humanity Forward.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Or maybe they know about Humanity Forward, but they don't know it's tied to Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
But when they see it, they can say, "Oh wait, that's him. He started
Right.
it." You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So that's I mean,
So,
at least that's me. That's my take.
question:
Yeah.
what do you think? I hear different.
By the way, I just added. I'm sorry. I just added
Oh, okay. Let me
the
go.
website.
I hear different opinions.
Yeah.
From Yangan and about him running mayor. How do you feel?
I am excited. I
Yeah.
am super excited for the possibility of an Andrew Yang mayor
Yeah.
in New York City, and the reason is because we know Andrew.
Wait,
Andrew. Yeah.
wait. Sorry, dear. What is this?
Okay.
NYFT? What
Okay.
is it?
Okay. So this website.
What? It's a
Um,
website of what?
Okay. Oh no. So you don't have to go to it. Just put it in the chat. This is
Oh,
the link
uh,
for if you want to get involved with New York Yang Gang.
oh,
So this is what we're doing basically. We are let me read it because I wanted to make sure that I got this right. Um Okay, so this is a volunteer form. So when you go there, you get to volunteer if you want to volunteer. We don't know 100% if Andrew Yang is running for mayor because he hasn't announced it, so it's not official until he says it, right? But New York Yang Gang, we're not going to wait for the announcement to get ready. So we're going to start getting ready, collecting volunteers. that are going to be needed for the campaign. Now, we're not working directly with the campaign, but we want to at least set the stage to make sure that once he announces, we're ready to go. We have boots on the ground. We got people that are door knocking. We got people that are going out distributing flyers, or we have phone bankers. We got, volunteers for everything, right? Even graphic designers, photographers, whatever. You can volunteer your skills, just because we want to make sure that we have the army ready. So when
Are
Andrew
you?
Yang says I'm
Yeah.
running, so
So
if
yeah. So
Andrew Yang says I'm running for mayor,
yeah.
and I say if because we don't know 100%,
Yeah.
but if he says I'm running for mayor, we're ready to go. New York Yang Gang is
Yeah.
here, and we're gonna make sure that he wins.
Yeah. So this link, you
Yeah,
let's explain. Okay,
yeah,
this link is
a volunteer
it's
form.
an organization called Humanity First
Yes,
Movement,
yes,
and it's an extension of New York City Yangon,
correct.
right? So
correct.
it's kind of confusing because I just recently realized that, because then when I go back to my footage of filming, actually on February the 29th,
Yeah,
as early as that,
yeah,
when I went to the Yangon Han
yeah.
after Andrew Yan
Uh-huh.
suspended.
Yeah, you have a clip of Paige talking
Yeah,
about.
we already start to organize
Hmm.
this.
Yep.
So it's but I did not realize only until pretty recent, because
Yeah.
I just didn't. So Ed is there. Hi, Ed. Ed, we love you, Ed. So I'm just saying, it seems like there's some misunderstanding, between Yangan, about NYC Yangan become humanity forward, right?
Well, this is
There.
not humanity first. This is humanity first movement.
Oh, humanity first. Sorry. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
it's so confusing. Humanity first. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Humanity.
Humanity first
Yeah.
movement.
But I think, I don't know, personally, I'm okay with the name change, although I still remember whenever I want to dig into something about NYC, I go NYC Yangan. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
think
say
about.
NYC Yang Gang. I mean, I I say everything. So,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
as long as it's Yang Gang, that's what
Yeah.
that's what I
So,
focus on.
yeah, I guess,
And maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I'm the one that's confusing it. Uh, you
I
know, but
don't know,
what I wanted to
but
say
I
was
think it's all good.
so.
I've been, meetings of Humanity First a couple of times,
Mhm.
and they're very seems very organized
Yes.
and on top of things, and
Yes.
try to be ready to for Andrew Yang, because we
Yep.
really don't know, right? I mean,
Yep.
we can only say there's a potential Andrew Yang will be running, but we don't know until he announced his campaign.
Correct. Correct. But in the meantime, we can't just sit around and wait.
Uh,
We want to organize and be ready so that way when he does announce, if he does announce,
uh,
then we'll go ahead and we can take off running. Um, but this right now was something I wanted to get out really quick is the
mm,
fact that if
mm,
anybody is a Republican, and they want to support Andrew Yang, the best time to do it is now. They need to what they have to do right now. Let's say Andrew Yang does decide to run, right? The first thing a Republican needs to do in New York is switch their party over to Democrat, because that's the only way you're going to be able to vote for him in June. For the primary, right?
mm.
And but the thing is, we need you to switch to Democrat before Valentine's Day this year.
Oh,
After
that's.
that, you cannot switch your party, and then
Mm,
you won't be able to help Andrew Yang win and secure the bag, right? So what we need you to do, if you're a Republican, is switch your party as soon as possible. It's two steps. I did it,
mm,
and if you really don't want to be a Democrat, it's okay. You can
mm,
switch back.
mm,
You know what I mean? But you need to switch your party at least for now, so that way you can vote for him in June. Because
mm,
what's going to happen is this June is going to be crucial.
mm,
Because New York is doing ranked choice voting
mm,
in June.
mm,
And that's the moment when we have the best opportunity to make sure that Andrew Yang makes it.
mm.
He's on the ballot, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But the time to work on it is now. We
Mm,
can't wait for later, and that's the problem that happened with last year's primaries and with the presidential run, is that everybody waits for the last minute to
mm,
decide who they want to vote for.
mm,
But you need to be. It's not the way our government works or the elections work. We need to be prepared way in advance.
mm,
If I didn't switch my party to vote for them, my party from Republican to Democrat,
mm,
I would not have been able to vote for Andrew Yang in June
mm,
for the primary.
mm.
You know,
Yeah.
eventually that didn't matter because uh, uh, Andrew was not in the general election. However, I was able to at least vote for him to show, hey, now that I voted for him, he can at least see that number and say, hey, people in Queens, this is how many people in Queens actually voted for me in
Mm,
the primary.
mm,
So it kind of gives him an idea of the support that he has, right?
mm. Right.
But this is what we need. We need to make sure that Republicans who want to support Andrew Yang,
Mm,
that they know that they need to switch their party before Valentine's Day this year.
mm.
If
Yeah.
they if Andrew Yang is running, then this is what you need to do to make
Mm,
sure that you can support him. You know,
yeah.
besides financial, it's nice to support financially and nice to be able to buy merch and give money donations and all that, but to be able to give your vote,
Mm,
that's the biggest support you can give someone,
right.
is your vote.
Right.
I wanted to make sure that gets out there.
Right. Right. So can
Yeah,
I show our audience your creative
my creative workshop. Yeah,
yeah,
sure. Let's get
yeah,
into it.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So now is launching. You actually already started. I watched like
yeah,
one
yeah.
episode
I,
already.
okay. So let me explain.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a couple months, I've had conversations with Paget back and forth,
Yeah.
and she's always mentioned, "Hey, no, you should really start a YouTube channel."
Yeah.
And I was like, "But I don't," and I was like, "Well, I'll think about it." I would tell
Yeah.
her, but
Yeah.
honestly, behind in the back of my mind, um, I always said to myself,
Yeah.
uh, "Yeah, this is one of the videos,
Yeah.
the channel itself, if you
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they can see."
So continue. Finish your sentence so I can
Oh,
click
yeah.
on it.
Well, what happened was that I always said to myself, okay, there are so many other YouTube channels out there,
Yeah.
and what do I have to give?
Yeah.
What do I have to give that's different from
Yeah.
anybody else who has a YouTube channel that's teaching Photoshop,
Mm,
or anything like that?
yeah.
And but then the more I thought about it, the more I realized, okay, wait, number one, I'm Yang Gang, and I have the Yang Gang that makes me different, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
number one. Number two, the fact that I've worked for so many different political campaigns and many different people within politics
Yeah.
that I can teach people how to create advertisements for political campaign, how to
Yeah.
how to design and how to do things for political campaigns. And I said to myself, I can prepare an army of people. I
Yeah.
can multiply myself by 100 and create an army of graphic designers for Andrew Yang in 2024.
Yeah.
But I need to do it now. I need to start the channel now so people can start to learn and practice. And not
Yeah.
only that, not only Yang 2024, but also UBI candidates in 2022. You know
Mm,
what I mean? So in 2 years from now, I can have people that I can say, hey, look, go help Erica Rhodes, go help Marilyn Strickland, go help David Kim.
yeah.
If Blair Walsingham is running again, then go help Blair Walsingham. We have people that are trained and know, and you'll always have me to come back to if you have a question or anything. But this is definitely something that needs to be done within the Yang Gang. We have a lot of people who are very creative, but
Yeah.
don't have the know-how on or the skills to be able to do better, right?
Right.
So I want to train people and create an army for Andrew Yang and the
Yeah.
Yang Gang. That's what I want to do with this channel.
That's wonderful. So should we play a little bit?
Sure, go ahead. Actually, I would probably put the other video because this is
Oh,
actually me training.
okay.
Go back to the channel.
Okay.
Go to like the trailer video number 2. Go to the channel.
Number two.
Click on the little circle.
Hold on, hold on. No, no, no. I'm looking at pre-launch. I have
Yeah,
pre-launch
no,
number
go down
4.
to when it says trailer number.
Number 2. Number 2. Okay.
Yeah, make sure you share your audio. I'm Nel Nieves, and
Okay. Hold on one second.
no, you're good.
I'm good. Can you hear?
Yeah, just rewind it.
Oh, okay. Yes, dear. Let's rewind. Okay. I like your hair.
What's going on, guys? I'm Nel Nieves, and welcome to My Creative Workshop, where you'll learn everything you need to know on how to create your brand. Let's get into it. Yeah, so if you go to
That's it?
what's going on, guys? I'm Nel Nieves, and welcome to My
That's it?
Creative.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a trailer.
Yeah. 19 seconds. Yeah.
So here's the thing. You can go if you click on the one for Andrew Yang, for example, the one that you see Andrew Yang's picture
Where?
right there. And,
Oh, this one? Okay.
yeah, the one with Andrew Yang's picture.
Okay.
What's going on, guys? Go like to the middle of to the middle, just so
Middle. What? What is middle?
anywhere in the video. Just
9
so you
minutes.
get a glimpse of what what I'm teaching. Yeah,
Here?
that's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, as I'm recording this episode, so let me just check the comments over here. I see somebody commented, and all right. Hey, how you doing, John? Right, how many free sources? Yes. Yeah, if you skip there are a lot of free sources. More on what if you guys, I've done this on Twitch. We have a piece right there. Look at that. You see that? Now, if I want to, I can take that piece, transform it, Command T, and I can hold Shift and do this. Yeah, so I'm basically doing there, teaching people. Here's the problem, though. The process. So part of it, you can see that the color kind of changes over here. It's kind of so guys, you can pause it. I don't know if you see that. But I see that on my screen.
I just make it the audio
and teaching you how the process is, and also teaching you what's going through my mind as I'm designing. So just to answer Jack Alego's question, which is not a dumb question, there are no dumb questions, by the way, Jack Alego.
No dumb questions.
So you don't need to be good at drawing to be able to follow along. All you need, if you have Photoshop, I would suggest get Photoshop. It's not expensive. If you're serious about learning, then you can get it for like $10 a month. There, with Adobe, you can get Photoshop and Lightroom for $9.99 a month. It's a subscription, and so once you get that, then you just follow me along. Now, I just I have these videos I've done are just pre-launch videos so that I can practice in being in front of the camera and just showing a few things that I wanted to do. But starting January, I expect to have at least one video every week. Probably not going to start until mid to late January though, because I just want to make sure. Maybe I might start sooner, but these videos I did on Twitch, and then I moved it over to YouTube.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Anyway, the quality doesn't look great because at the time I didn't have I wasn't paying for StreamYard. I started paying for StreamYard now so that the quality is better. Better. So starting in January, you'll see a high def, version. Channel.
So say, for instance, I have a StreamYard as I pay $20 a month. Yeah. That is just the basic, right? If you want to do
I'm paying the $50 a month because that allows me to do 1080p.
So if I pay $50 a month for StreamYard, would that be, if I would stream my movie, would be better quality?
It would be better quality. If you stream it through
because
StreamYard.
I'm
I
thinking
don't
of,
know.
because
Um,
I did a test with Peter today, Peter Manku,
yeah,
Yangan. We spent
but
like
well,
gosh,
with the one that you pay now, with the one
yeah.
with the
Right now I'm paying $20 a
yeah,
month.
with $20 a month, the highest resolution you're gonna get is 720p.
Yeah,
You're
but
not gonna get
then
1080.
when I showing my movie, okay, so I can do a little test. Can I show a little
Yeah,
bit, like just the
sure,
beginning?
but we're gonna see it in 720p. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
the
gonna be
problem
1080.
is it's not even 720 issue. It is like the sound, the audio is just kind of teeny.
Oh, really?
The audio.
Yeah. So
Should I play a little bit?
maybe you might want to do what you were telling me is
Yeah.
to premiere it and then have Yang Gang look at it that one day and then just take it down.
Yeah, but the reason I kind of like StreamYard is because I was thinking having a couple of key members who was showing in the film,
Yeah,
and interview them and having them talk about the experience.
I
It's
see.
kind of like a pre Q&A,
Gotcha. Yeah. So
and
if you want to do that, why don't you for 1 month pay the $50 and test it that way? And then you know what I
oh,
mean? So pay the
yeah,
$50 for 1 month just so that you can have that 1080p. You know, uh,
oh,
quality,
maybe because I
and then
am
go back to
okay
the
with the
$20 a month.
image. I'm okay with the image. It is the sound. The sound quality is
Yeah,
not that great. So, all right. So, can we watch a little bit? Oh, are you
sure.
done with your? Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
I'm
So,
pretty much
I'll just.
done. Yeah.
So let's talk about before I play just the beginning, like the 3 minute, 3 minutes. So ask me some questions about what is this?
Okay. So
You're
all right.
interviewing me now.
All right. Well, Ching. Tell me what is this documentary about? What is it to you?
Yeah. So I followed Andrew Yang movement. I followed a young gun for about 10 months. The first time was the first video was May 14th, 2019. And then whole thing extended for another 10 months. So I covered New York City, a lot of New York City event. I covered kinetic
Yep.
canvassing. And then eventually I went to Yan Week in Iowa for 2 weeks. And then I spent 3 weeks in New Hampshire.
Wow.
So the idea was never really beforehand. I
Mhm.
did not plan to make a film.
Yeah.
I always love filming. I always love capturing things. So
Hmm.
I just keep capturing. And everything you see is from my iPhone 11.
Wow. Well, I have
Maybe,
a question. This brings me to this is the question that I have for you then.
yeah,
Um, so, um, before deciding to go to Iowa and New Hampshire and all that,
yeah.
the thoughts that go to my head is, what do you do for a living that gave you the ability to leave your house for all that time?
Yeah,
Because me, I'm married with two children, and for me to be able to decide that, it would be very difficult because I'm the sole provider of my family.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
just work,
Yeah,
part
I understand.
time.
I
But
understand.
like, how the heck am I gonna pay my bills and
Yeah.
go to Iowa and
Yeah,
New
yeah, I
Hampshire?
know. Yeah, I
So,
understand. Yeah, no, that's a very reasonable question. So I think from May to December, pretty much all in New York. I did not really leave town. Only January I left town.
gotcha.
So, and in the end of the December, I what I make a living is that I teach music in my studio. I have private students, violin, viola. I'm a
Mhm.
musician. I'm trained
Yeah.
classical musician, and then I teach in college but that job is a part-time. I only go there once a week on Fridays,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much all day, because it takes me about 3 hour driving there and 2 hour driving back, 5 hour
Oh,
driving and
wow.
6 hour lecturing. So
I'm
I've done
sorry.
that.
Where is it?
It's a St. Joseph's College on Long Island, like in
Oh, wow. Oh,
Patchogue,
geez.
Long
Yes,
Island, really
yes, yes.
far away. Yeah.
It is far.
Because of that job, I don't want to take the train, so I bought my car when I first moved to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Then so you have to deal with having a car and
Yeah.
parking. So like we have to park my car in my parking garage, spending like $300 a month. That's another story. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I do actually enjoy teaching one day. If I have to teach 5 days, I probably wouldn't last very long because
Mm-hmm.
it's too much driving for me.
It's a lot of, yeah.
Yeah. So so I think towards
You
the
if you
end,
did it five, I'm sorry, if you did it 5 days, you might as well have a place in Patchogue,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, you're
and
right.
live there.
All right. Yeah.
Right?
So me, I am never really a main bread maker.
Mm-hmm.
My husband, is a main bread
I
maker.
see. I understand.
He
Yes.
yeah, he works full time. So I'm kind of always, like playing around, play music, play
Yeah.
video, volunteer
Mm-hmm.
work. So in December, I decided I'm going to quit my job because
Wow.
I don't want to go Friday every day. So it will prevent me to go to Yan Week or more
Wow.
canvassing. So actually, I quit.
Wow. So you quit for the Yang campaign. That's amazing. And he owes you something. I don't know what he owes you, but he owes you something.
That's crazy. So,
But you know what?
so
Listen,
yeah.
listen. A lot of us, it's funny because a lot of us in Yang Gang have sacrificed so much,
Uh-huh.
for this because it means so. This movement means so much to us more than like all the people I volunteered for. I have
Yeah.
never gotten paid by anybody. There's been one or
Yeah.
two people that have,
Yeah.
given me something as a
Yeah.
financial, hey Nelson, thank you as a gratitude.
Yeah.
And they've given me something small, but honestly, I would gladly do it all for free because this idea of universal basic
Hmm.
income to free all of us is so important, and so valuable that hey, I feel like my pay is
Hmm.
when UBI becomes a reality.
That's very generous of you. You're a communist. I myself, because I grew up in China, Shanghai, and I grew up being brainwashed as a communist. That's the way you do things for people for free.
Yeah.
You do not ask for money. So I still feel kind of awkward these days, like
Mm,
asking for donations or
I see.
whatever. So but anyway, so the story back to
Yeah.
so I kept shooting and shooting and shooting. So after Yan suspended, I still kept shooting because there's other movement going on. For
Hmm.
instance, like a UBI march,
Hmm.
or Yan can get together or whatever. So then I pile up this so much material. So I said I need to put them together as a documentary. So I worked probably for the last 4 months, intensively editing the piece.
Wow.
Now the piece,
Ching,
yeah, yeah.
we could have met before the view because I really wanted to go to that event at the bar at Sullivan's.
Oh, the
What
bar.
was it called? After Andrew suspended, all
Oh,
of
oh
Yang
yeah,
Gang got
yeah. We
together
went to the yeah, and yes, Sullivan, right?
at
Sullivan
Sullivan's. Yeah,
bar.
I
You
really
didn't, you didn't go.
I didn't go. I really
Oh, okay,
wanted to.
okay.
And I told my wife I'm gonna go. She was like, "No, it's late. Don't go." And I'm like,
Oh.
"Fine." but
Yeah, yeah. No,
but
no.
nevertheless,
Yeah, we
I
we
really
had a
wanted
lot of
to.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah, I really
some
wanted
of
to
the
know.
yeah, I captured some of that in the end of the film, sort of showing the
Yeah, I saw. I
continuality.
saw.
Yeah, so now the documentary is in the stage of from 6 hours to 3 hours to 2 hours. Now is 1 hour and 35 minutes.
Wow.
And Yeah, and shall we show the beginning? Oh, by the way, I am planning with other young gang to have a watch party on January 4th of 2021.
Nice.
January 24th. No, sorry, January 4th. Okay, it's a Monday night, and we're gonna start seeing the film at 8 p.m. online, and then we're gonna try to get together like a bunch of young men to talk about their experience, who is appear in the film, like maybe 7:30, and
Yep.
then we also want to have a party afterwards if anyone wants to join. The reason I picked that day, it really is not really, that
Nothing special.
it no, it's my birthday.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, yeah. It's you gotta say it
It's
the right way. It's your
yeah,
effing birthday.
it's my big it's my big birthday. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
and
no, but
I hesitate to tell people because
that's how you told Tom though. It's my effing birthday.
So anyway, so should we see it? You
Yeah,
you
sure. By
you
the way,
will
this is a
you
great
will
documentary.
see the audio is not great. I'm telling
Yeah,
you. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
But I'm gonna say right now, I saw this documentary.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make it full
Uh,
screen. Make it full screen. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Can you see it?
Yep.
I got mail. I'm about to meet Andrew Yan for the first time.
Can't understand why you looking crazy, crazy. And the demons fill me up, got me feeling hazy. All I got is the light, him keep me up. Like a thief in the night, him creeping up. I can feel it in my soul, something changing. Never do what I'm told, just to say.
Now, I've worked in technology for a number of years. How many of you all work in technology here in New York? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of technology in the Yang Gang. If you have your hand up, you know that what we did to the manufacturing jobs, we will now do to the retail jobs, the call center jobs, the fast food jobs, the truck driving jobs, and on through the economy.
Andrew Yang! Andrew Yang!
And I'm going to be offering real solutions. Americans will immediately see the difference, and that's how we're going to win in 2020.
And the style of having
I got to take him, guys. Sorry.
Closing statement that was perfectly crafted, got to his main stuff, and told you why he's different and why that's good and why it goes to the question of electability. Andrew Yang.
I am that candidate. I can build a much broader coalition to beat Donald Trump. It is not left. It is not right. It is forward. And that is where I'll take the country in 2020.
Big brown eyes staring back at me. Something familiar in the things I see. Heart beating fast, I don't wanna be standing here when he comes for me. Can't look up, babe. It's scaring me. Feel like something's coming after me. Over my head, babe. Beneath the sheets. Like something's coming after me. Face to face, what a tragedy. In a demon staring back at me. Just to ignore, I don't wanna see. Down to my core, him living me. Now, I cannot lie, I'm a little scared. I know it's him, I can feel his stare. Now, I can't turn back, I won't be free.
Yeah.
Dope.
Huh?
I love it. I love it. I love it. And by the way,
how's the
Nick, I
quality?
didn't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Nick was with you the whole time.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing. Is Nick still even here? I haven't seen him say anything.
Nick was here. I don't know if
Nick
he's
was
here. Nick, yeah, the phenomenal thing is Nick and we met in New York. He came to our Times Square canvassing And then I went to also filming him with his kinetic
Connecticut.
yeah. And then we both went to Iowa. We're
Yeah.
like a team with also Yunjie. Yunjie is
Yep.
on my team.
Yep.
And then we were going to go to Iowa just for 1 week. It's called
Mhm.
Yan Week. But
Yeah. Then it became Yang
that
Month.
week became Yan Month. And then we stayed for another week.
Yep.
And then I came back to New York for a few days, and I decided I'm going to go to New Hampshire. But the thing was interesting is when I decided to go to New Hampshire, only thought I was going to one weekend.
Oh
But
wow.
I went there. I met Jack, and Jack put me in his studio. So I
Yeah.
had my own little tiny room by myself. Everybody else is sharing space in the whole house. The
Yeah.
whole house had like 7 or 8 people. So I was like so comfortable with the cat and the dog and then stuff
Mhm.
like that. So I decided I'm gonna stay until the primary.
Yeah. Wow.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah. No, that was awesome.
Hey,
That
you're
was, and
frozen. What
listen,
happened?
had you not done that, we wouldn't have this great documentary. You
Yeah.
know, so thank you so much, Cheng,
You're welcome.
because all these.
Hey, you sorry, you're a little frozen. Sorry.
Am I
Hello? Yeah, you're frozen. Hold on. I I I take you off the screen because I couldn't see you.
okay?
Okay. Can you see yourself?
Yeah, I see it. Are you
Really?
good? Yeah.
I cannot see you. Oh, now I see you. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like, you know, a lot of things are
No,
not
I'm sorry.
planned.
What I was saying was thank you
Yeah.
so much, Cheng, because without you making that sacrifice, we wouldn't have this awesome documentary. And these are memories that will live on with us forever.
Yeah.
And now we
Yeah.
can relive it over and over and over again, thanks to you putting this together. So, just hands off to you. Just uh, thank you so much. Really
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
And
Uh,
I think if Andrew Yang doesn't know you, which I doubt, then he will know you. You know what I
oh,
mean? Because you've put this together, I'm sure he's gonna get wind of it. And if
thank
and if he doesn't get wind of it from me, he'll get a wind of it from someone else. But I'll be promoting it for sure. Once
yeah.
it's out,
Now your image in my part is frozen.
Is it? Oh,
Can
that's crazy.
you want to get out and then come in? Just
Yeah. Let me get out.
yeah,
Okay.
sorry. So
You
yeah,
want
I
me to
think
leave the studio and come back in?
yeah, I think
Okay.
sometimes when you get out and get in, it'll become
All right.
normal.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Nick. How are you? Hi, Peter. Happy big birthday. Uh, yeah, this is good. So how is it, Peter? Are you there? Okay. So when you were, yeah, good. Now you're alive. When you were watching, how is the quality? The video. There's no audio. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
How? Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
How,
were you asking me? I thought you were asking somebody else.
I'm asking you, how was the quality?
Yeah, the video didn't look terrible. I mean, it wasn't 1080p,
Yeah.
but that's expected.
Uh-huh.
Um, I think I could deal with it. You know what I mean? If it's a watch party,
Uh-huh.
what I would probably recommend is make it full screen. Well, when you have it, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you decide to do this,
Okay.
maybe make it full screen so everybody could see the full screen.
Yeah.
I would definitely pay the $50 for that 1 month to try to get the quality up more. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then yeah, and then when you're done, just you could always, then switch over and have the panelists.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great.
But
Great.
it's a great documentary. Um, a lot of people come out in it. It was really nice to see. You know,
Yeah. Thank you.
and you know what I like too at the end, the
Yeah.
pictures that you put together
Oh.
during the credits.
Yeah.
So that was a nice touch.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, because some people did not get featured. So
yeah,
I wanted to sort of include some photos.
yeah,
And did you remember like in the very, very end I played a little bit.
yeah,
Did you see that? Okay. Okay.
yeah.
It's okay, right? Because I
Yeah,
don't watch it.
yeah, it's
I
good.
don't
I mean, again, I in the beginning, I like I told you before, I would probably just introduce
yeah.
yourself a little bit because people want to know a little more about you. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
About who's this person is documenting. You know?
It is actually your idea because I remember when I first started to editing it, I run into so much trouble of thinking and how to structure it. So we called each other. I called you,
Mhm.
and you were so kind, talked to me, and you said I could consider using voiceover of myself and
Yeah,
tell story from my point of view.
yeah, because that's what it is. That, that's exactly what it is. It's Yang 2020 from your point of view. So if you do it that way, people, they like to. It's like I told you on the phone. People like to see the life of other people. They
Mm.
like to be nosy, right? And so if you give them, if you're gonna give them a documentary, it's from your point of view.
Yeah.
People kind of like they feel intrigued about it. Like
Mhm.
what did this person do? What makes it so special?
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
want to see it through your eyes.
Yeah.
But you have to also communicate that too. So that
Right. Right.
and again, I'm not a filmmaker myself,
Uh-huh.
but I'm just a very creative person, and I think that
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
but
you.
I work in marketing, and
Yeah.
that's maybe
Right.
it could be to
Good. Yeah. It's a good thinking. Yeah. So
yeah,
I probably will, keep adding on. I have voiceover here and there, not a whole lot. I'm just now used to of adding voiceover, on my
yeah,
film.
yeah,
So.
yeah. Well, in the voiceover, like you could, whatever we spoke about today, you could probably mention it a little bit.
Mm,
For
mm,
example, like when you say about I live in New York City. I left, everything that you told me, basically.
mm, mm,
You know,
right. Thank
great.
you. So, I think time is up. Should we do a rapid fire? I forgot to ask you.
Oh yeah, rapid fire. I've seen you do this with like two or three different people, and I'm like, thinking, all right, let's see,
do,
let's see.
do you have anything else you wanted to shout out or you wanted to mention? By the way, everybody, I think everybody in this panel right now, they subscribe my channel. So, but
Yeah,
if people watch later, please subscribe my YouTube channel, which is Juhl Media, and please consider subscribe Nel's YouTube channel, which the
my
link
creative
is
workshop.
bottom. It's called
Yep,
My Creative Workshop.
yep.
Yeah.
And so there's one thing I want to say, and this was as per Eric Lynn. I don't know if you know him.
No.
Uh, New York pizza is number one.
Okay. What to against what? The Chicago pizza is number one.
Well, I mean, there's been this thing in the news lately about what pizza Andrew Yang likes and stuff like that, and
Mm.
they've been trying. Here's the thing. Oh, that's another thing. They've been trying to smear Andrew Yang in the weirdest ways
Oh,
because they cannot find anything about this guy.
yeah,
They can't find anything on him.
yeah.
So they'll say that he doesn't like New York pizza, or he doesn't represent New York because of the pizza that he likes, or um, there was another guy that is running for mayor, that's accusing him of using campaign funds to buy his book. You know what I mean? To pay for his own book and make money for himself. When
Yeah.
meanwhile, the truth of the matter is, uh, Andrew Yang's organization has given $10 million to people during this pandemic. Andrew Yang ended his he Andrew Yang has he suspended his campaign early because he didn't want to take donations, knowing that people would that he wouldn't win. So he knew he wasn't going to win, so he suspended his campaign early because he didn't want to take people's money for that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He respected people in
Right.
that way. And number three, Yang, the Yang campaign, yeah, they bought Andrew Yang's book, but they were selling it to raise funds, and they were giving away a bunch of copies.
Yeah.
The Yang Gang. So don't come telling me that Andrew Yang was trying to profit off of his campaign. You know, when all of these other facts exist. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think, excuse the language, but it's just bullshit. You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
So
we
can't
don't want to bullshit.
they can't find anything on Andrew, so they make up things that sound bad to make him look bad. But really, there's so much more that they're not saying.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
right. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
Pizza, New York pizza. Okay. So ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Nick said agreed, and I'm from Connecticut, laughing out loud too. Oh, Peter said,
good water, yes.
New York City has the best water. Good water makes good pizza.
Listen, I have no. This is not paid advertisement. Coronet Pizza on 110th Street and Broadway, by far my favorite pizza ever.
Really?
You get a huge slice like this big.
Oh.
You don't know about that pizza shop?
I don't know how to spell
Coronet.
C.
It's a K.
Oh, sorry. K.
Coronet Pizza. Pizza on 110th Street and Broadway.
Are you talking? Wait, are you talking about in Manhattan or in Queens?
Manhattan. Manhattan. Coronet Pizza on 110th Street and Broadway.
Really? I didn't know that.
Not too far from you.
Oh, I know that place.
We should go.
They have a ridiculous pizza. The pizza is like this big.
Yes. It's amazing. I used to go there when I was a kid all the time.
Yeah.
Nick, next time you're in New York, we got to get together. Me, Nick, Ching, all of us. We'll go.
Okay.
We'll go to
speaking of pizza, last night I didn't feel like cooking. Every night I don't feel like cooking. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. My wife and I have these conversations, and we always say, "You know what? I'm really tired of eating. Really tired of having to eat."
So last night I said, let's order pizza. So we have a pizza shop near us on Broadway between LaSalle and 125th Street. It's called Tom's. But Tom's Pizza was closed during the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah, and then later on we find out Tom died. So I don't know if it's related to the pandemic or not. So we all feel really sorry. So, but the same location now, somebody opened a pizza shop now there.
Really?
So yesterday I just ordered from them. It was really good.
Is that the pizza place on the corner of LaSalle? Like it's
no. There's no corner there. It is kind of in the middle, right next to a Mexican restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Panda still there? The Chinese
Panda, I think Panda changed the name.
Oh,
Not
did they change
Panda anymore?
the
Yeah.
name?
I never ordered from them. So on the corner of LaSalle Street has a really, first of all, it's a liquor store. Okay. Yeah. And then the next one is a Chinese food. It's called LaSalle Dumpling House. It's really awesome.
We gotta go.
Awesome noodle soup or very traditional food. Yeah. And then after that is Italian restaurant. It's called Bartolona. After that is Mexican restaurant. After that is oh my god. So anyway, don't get me started.
Don't get me started.
So
I can probably eat as much as you, Ching.
Yeah. So the pizza yesterday, the report, it was good. It's a thin crust, half pepperoni.
Nice.
I don't really like meat much. Half vegetarian. Vegetarian is they have like broccoli, tomato, mushroom, and something else. Like 4 things. Yeah. So the whole pizza is like the big pizza is like $23.
Wow.
Not too bad. Right. But anyway, okay. So
rapid fire.
Rapid fire. All right. Are you ready?
Go. I'm ready.
Okay. So what did you get for Christmas you really like?
We got stuff for the kids. That's it.
You didn't get anything. Oh, okay.
No,
poor you.
No. Honestly, listen, I buy myself stuff all the time. So
that's how I feel. I
stuff for
buy
me.
myself things I really don't need. So I have to like teach my husband, like he will say, "What do you want for Christmas?" It's like,
Yeah,
what do you mean? Well, I mean, I buy my things. I bought a new hard drive for this
yeah. Oh,
project.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
I have to buy. I actually spent $600 on Vimeo
Oh wow.
because when you have to upload your video to Vimeo all the time,
Mm-hmm.
my old plan can only have 20 gigabyte a week.
Mm-hmm.
Now my whole film is about 9 gigabyte to 13 gigabyte. So if I keep uploading new video onto it,
Mm-hmm.
20 gigabyte a week is not enough,
Oh no, no, it's
So
not.
the next level is $50 a month. So
Oh my God.
they charge you $600. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm talking about stuff like this. So all right.
yeah.
So
No,
what is
but
your favorite?
I got me. I didn't really get myself in. I mean, I buy stuff for myself all the time, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for my wife, I got her a $100 gift card to Sephora.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
and I told her, and I said, "Thank you for all you do,
Mm.
and uh, have fun buying all the makeup you want." So
Oh. Well, I would love to meet her someday.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So next question: what's your favorite color?
Blue
Blue. What is your favorite genre food?
Chinese food.
Ah!
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
I'll
love Chinese
welcome
food.
to
That's I
when.
get
Yeah.
well, Chinese and Dominican. Actually, a fusion of Chinese and Cuban food.
Oh, oh, awesome,
Okay,
awesome.
that's
So
actually my favorite. If I had the chance, if I,
fusion. Yeah.
it's a fusion. It's Chinese and Cuban food
It's
together. So
it's
you get the Spanish chicken.
extension,
Yeah,
extension.
yeah, you get the Spanish chicken with the tostones.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what tostones are, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so you get the tostones, and then you get the pork fried rice,
Oh,
or as I learned, chasiu chow fan, right?
oh, 叉烧炒饭. Yeah, 叉烧 is
Wait,
a
do you speak Mandarin
classical. I mean,
or what?
叉烧is Mandarin. 叉烧
Oh,
is
I said chasiu chow fan. That's Mandarin, correct?
yeah, 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 yeah. So when the pandemic is over, I want to invite you, invite Nick, invite Peter, and if Ed is there, invite Ed. I do hot pot in my house.
You do what?
Hot pot. Have you
I don't
ever
know
had
what that is.
Chinese hot pot? Hot pot. It's the one in the movie. In my movie, I took the entire fucking Yangon
Oh,
to
I
hot
saw that.
pot
I saw that you were
in
cooking
Iowa.
something with leaves and
Yeah,
adding stuff.
no, it's like a pot you cook on the stove in front of you. It's like a
Yep.
gas stove, and you dump things in. You dump like a meat, fish, or vegetable, and you take them out and you eat with sauce. So it's like a fondue. Think about, but
Ah,
it's a different food.
just so you know, though, just in case, I am allergic to shellfish.
Oh, okay.
So
No
I
shrimp.
can eat fish, but not like shrimp
Okay,
or anything
no
like that.
shrimp. Yeah,
Naomi,
sure.
what's up?
Yeah,
What's going on?
sure. Yeah. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like you invite your guests over and you like say, "Hey, cook yourself,"
Yeah, just give me chassis chow fan and I'll be fine. Actually, as a matter of fact, I used to work with a Chinese woman at the bank that I worked at, and her name was Su Feng,
Yeah.
and I asked her, "How do you say roast pork fried rice in Chinese?"
Oh yeah.
And so she's the one that taught me cha siu chow fan.
Oh yeah.
And so the reason I wanted to learn that is because if I ever get like stranded in China,
Mm,
at least I'll never go hungry.
mm,
Because I just have to go to people and cha siu chow fan,
yeah.
chow fan, and they'll just
Yeah.
give me, they'll give me the roast
Yeah.
pork fried rice.
Yeah. I think Nick says my brother from another mother.
Yeah, Cuban Chinese food, there's nothing
Yeah,
like it, man. I
yeah,
mean, Dominican food comes close, but
yeah.
yeah, Cuban Chinese food, that's where it is.
Yeah.
That's
So
where it is.
what is your favorite alcohol beverage?
I have Jack and Coke.
What is that?
It's Coke with Jack Daniels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I only have that on occasion, like
Oh, okay.
during a holiday party or
Yeah.
like a special event. I'll have like one or two.
Oh, speaking of, this is not rapid fire anymore, but doesn't care. We don't care. Did you see a scene where Peter holds a bottle of whiskey?
Yes.
That whiskey bottle, I went to buy it Because I thought, okay, 15-year, this. I just take a picture of it.
Yeah.
And then I showed it to the counter person. I said, I want to buy this whiskey. Guess what? That fucking whiskey is $80 fucking dollars.
Wow. Wow.
So I bought it, you know,
Wow.
because I didn't want to return it, you know, because I look at the receipt. Why is it so expensive? But anyway,
Oh yeah. Oh my God, it's $80.
yeah, you just
I'll
shows
take it.
Young, you know, Young, and they really, you know, enjoy
That's
life,
funny.
right?
No, is that the one that the guy that said this is how you feel the burn?
Yes, that's Peter. Yeah, Peter is a math teacher, and he lives in New York, and he lives very close to me.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, and he's been really sweet and helping me, you know, editing and watch with me and stuff like that, you know. And so I have a lot of people helping me, including Nick and you know. So okay, so what else? Which book do you read recently?
Honestly, I haven't had time to read books.
Me too.
and I don't really read books often. I do have a book called Photoshop Bible.
Yeah, I see.
I do have a book called the Photoshop Bible, but
Yeah.
I do most of my learning just with or I mean,
yeah,
I watch a lot of YouTube videos and
yeah.
but I feel like if I'm not watching something that's educating me,
yeah,
or if I'm not spending my free time doing some type of work, then
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything done.
yeah,
You know, and I just have that. It's like I always have to feel like
you're productive.
like I'm doing I have to do something that's productive. Correct.
Yeah,
You know, like I can't.
It's a
I can't
sickness. It's a sickness.
it is. But it's just how it is. It's like I need to be working on something. Or else I'm not doing anything productive. And if I'm watching something on YouTube, it's got to be something that's somehow educating me on something. You know, I can't just. I mean, sometimes I watch TikTok and there's no education there. But other times I'm just playing games with my daughter. You know, stuff like that. But
That's cool.
But yeah, for the most part,
See what Peter says? $80 ain't now nothing for good times.
Ain't nothing but good. Yeah, that's true, Peter. That's true. 100%.
Yeah. All right. So how about two more questions? If you win a lottery tomorrow, what are you gonna do?
Honestly, and I've said this so many times.
Yeah.
And I think it's the reason why I will never, ever, ever win the lottery. Because good people don't win the lottery. I always said, if I ever win the lottery, the number one thing I'll do, I'll be at work tomorrow. I will not quit my job because I love what I do. That's number one. Number two, everybody in my company that I work for gets a cut. I don't care if it's $1,000 or $2,000, you know, depending on how much money I get from the lotto. But I will literally give a check to every individual that works in the company that I work for.
Oh.
And another thing, like I was telling my wife, I told her this maybe like a month ago when I saw that the lottery is like 225 million, right? I said, if I had $200 million in my bank account, I would give no bones about giving Humanity Forward $25 million. You know, because I know that money is going to a good cause. And that's just the kind of person that I am. I'm a very giving person. So if I won the lottery, giving if I had 200 million, it's funny when I told this to my wife, she was like, no, that's too much, you know. And I'm like, listen, if I have $200 million in my bank account and I gave away 25 million, Humanity Forward, for example, then I still have, $175 million.
Oh,
It's not like I'm going broke, right?
yeah.
But yeah, that's what definitely. I mean, if I'm blessed, I am blessed to be a blessing. So if I can bless other people, that's what I'll do. That's just how I am, and that's the reason why I will never win the lottery, because the lottery never chooses people like me. You know,
I don't know. It's just dumb luck.
It is dumb luck, but People like me never win the lotto. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Yunje is here. Hi, Yunje. Yunje is my team
is
member.
that how you say? Is that how you say Inja? Oh,
Yunje.
Yunje. Yunje.
Yunje is his
Okay.
first name. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Yunje.
Lee
Okay.
is last
Like
name.
I every time you said the name, it sounded like me. It sounded like you were saying INGE. Yunje. So I wasn't sure. So it's Yun. Yeah, I call him Yun.
Yunje. Yeah,
Yunje.
Yunje. Yeah, if you want to do it slowly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yunje.
So Yunje is here.
Yep.
Yeah. So all
Yeah, I
right.
saw him in the video.
Yeah. Great. So how about last question? Tea or coffee?
I'm a tea guy. I like tea.
Oh yeah.
I prefer tea over coffee.
Oh.
I will drink coffee on occasion, but I prefer to have tea.
Mm,
If it's my choice, I have tea. Plus, there's a Chinese food restaurant across the street from my job that
oh,
I go to. They
yeah.
have free tea bags. They
Oh.
have the hot water and the tea bags right there for free. So it's a bonus,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
I think we had a really fun session, and thank you
yeah.
so much for talking with me and to share your talent with us and your thoughts, your creativity. And I hope people will watch your YouTube channel in the new year. And I definitely will. You know, I will.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I think you need to actually, uh, my creative workshop, you need to probably make the ULR with customized because right now is not.
No, right now, if you go to youtube.com/mycreativeworkshop, that doesn't exist.
Oh,
And it's because in order to do that, I need to have a certain amount of followers, I think, or
oh,
yeah,
subscriber.
yeah,
Okay.
you need enough subscribers. But
Okay.
I launched it. Well, I did a pre-launch
Really.
in late November, and
Uh,
if you go now, I think I'm up to like almost 140 subscribers.
oh, okay. Okay.
But
So,
I think come June, I think it will be. I mean, come January, you know, once I start putting more videos every
yeah.
week, then
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
people will catch on. But it really, this YouTube channel is for Yang Gang. It's
Thank
for,
you.
and by the way, I'm not just gonna teach
Mm,
graphic design.
mm,
I want to bring in other creatives
mm,
within the Yang Gang
mm,
who I can interview
mm,
just to pick their brain
mm.
on their workflow and how they do things.
Right.
One of them is James Treacle, for
Oh,
example.
okay.
If you don't know James Treacle, he is responsible for doing a lot of the Yang commercials
Okay.
before Yang hired the firm that did the commercials for him.
I
But
see.
he did a lot of the Yang commercials that we saw. He's a great. He's done also a lot of the commercials for a lot of UBI candidates too.
Yeah.
He is amazing, James Treacle. So I'm gonna have him on the show just to talk about his creative process,
Mm,
and how people can get into what he's doing.
mm,
You know,
mm.
um, and and if they just want to just help him out, yeah. So Yunjay, go to mycreativeworkshop.com, and there's a link to subscribe to the YouTube channel there. That's the easiest way to do it.
Mm,
Just say mycreativeworkshop.com. That's
okay.
where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
by the
yeah,
way, I usually host people on Wednesdays. Today is Monday. It's an added one. This Wednesday, I'm interviewing a musician, a famous composer. But then on Friday, actually, Friday is New Year's Day. I'm going to be chatting with Boyce Littlefield, who has this channel called what?
the trickle up.
Trickle Up. Yeah.
Yep.
Trickle Up.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing. I also did the graphics for the trickle up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so when you see when I was working with Boyce on doing a few things. And I've done so many graphics. You've probably seen some of my stuff and
Yeah.
not even know that I did it. You
Yeah.
know,
No, you did for me and Paget when we had a show.
yeah, I did the graphics for you and for
Yeah.
the thumbnail for you and Paget.
I
Yeah,
hesitate to ask you. Sorry, this thing is going on and on, but
no, it's fine.
I I hate to ask you, but I'll ask you anyway now.
Nice.
My film needs a post. They say post in film festival. So I guess just I had to pick a picture, then put some letters on, right?
Oh, yeah. So if you a poster, do you mean a
Yeah,
poster?
poster,
I
right?
will love to design that for you.
Really?
I
Really?
would love to. Oh my God, yes,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
yes,
So
I would
so
love
so
that.
I will find some picture for you, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I have an idea for it.
Yeah,
It's called your Yang Gang library. I mean your Yang Gang diary,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So send me a few pictures.
Uh-huh.
Um, I have some ideas that I want to try because remember, there's a diary, so I want to play around with the I want to play around with the title. And the
Yeah,
title.
also
I do different things. So
from graphic point of view, okay,
yeah.
I'm not a graphic designer. Really don't know what I'm doing. Do I pick a picture with the group picture, or do I pick a picture of like one person? Like it
No,
just
well, you know what?
movie poster. What do you do is the
You know what?
most effective?
This is what I honestly for posters can be anything really. To be honest with you,
Okay.
but if we're doing a poster, um, this is the. Let me just tell you what the idea is that I have off the bat is why don't we create a diary, a picture of a diary where we maybe do something where we add the word Yang Gang on it or something. Maybe the diary's open and it shows some writing, you know what I mean? But then a picture of a group picture, a few group pictures within the diary, an open book, you know, and it'll say my Yang Gang diary. So it'll kind of show, so that's kind of like the idea for the advertisement. You understand?
Mm,
So it's a nice visual that
mm,
people say, "Wait, I'm intrigued. I want to see more of that." You know what I mean? Like,
mm,
what's that about? So
right.
that's kind of like the idea that I had in my head. So
Oh,
you
wow.
know, so it's not just this is a video diary, but the image, the still image poster for the diary is a physical image of a diary. You know
Yeah.
that shows with pictures of Yang Gang coming out from different pages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it'd be great. So
Wow.
let's just think about let's send me a few pictures. I
Okay.
love the picture that you have, the group shot from um
The credits.
yeah, some of the pictures in the credits, but the picture that you took of at the view,
Uh-huh.
that picture,
Uh-huh.
maybe another picture. Send me whatever pictures you have.
All
If
right.
you have the pictures on a Dropbox, send me the link and I could just look through them and I
Oh,
can pick stuff out. You know?
oh, okay.
Yep,
Okay.
it'll be
Okay.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank
would love
you.
to do that.
Thank you. Hi, Naomi. I love
Yeah,
seeing you.
Naomi's awesome. Yeah, hey, have you ever had Naomi on?
No,
Oh my God, Naomi is so great.
really?
You should have her on your channel. I would
Can
love to watch that.
Naomi, can you hook me up with my Facebook? Can you Facebook me? Naomi Ching Juhl.
That's if she's up to it. Let me tell
Oh,
you, Naomi is super smart.
okay.
She's very intelligent in the way she articulates arguments
Mm.
for the Yang Gang, and I would 100% love to be yanging people next to her one day. I think she went to Iowa, I believe.
You did? Oh, okay.
I think so. I think
Okay.
she mentioned that she went to Iowa to canvas.
Okay.
So you may want to you would want to have her to talk about
Okay.
what
Yeah,
she's.
Naomi, if it's possible, Facebook me, okay? Ching Juhl. Yeah, that's my Facebook name, and
Yep.
or you can tweet me. But I think I like Facebook.
Yeah.
Tweet is great, you know.
Yeah.
I
I'll make
started
sure,
to.
I'll make sure you guys are connected.
Okay, okay,
Oh, look, she said
great.
she's with it. Awesome.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I would love to
All
do it.
right, so Nell, thank you so
Yeah.
much for being with me and with our audience, and thank you, people, sticking with us. So this is like we're like overtime, major time, but we're
Yeah.
having a great
Sorry,
time.
guys.
We're having a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, I talk a lot.
Thank you, thank you, Naomi,
No,
thank you,
thank you.
Yunjie, thank you, Nick, and thank you, Peter, and thank you, Ed, and whoever is there. I have to scroll all the way there. Poe, Poe. Yeah. So okay. So happy New Year. If I don't see
Happy
you
New Year.
before, yeah, January 1st,
Yes,
and then
yes.
definitely,
And one last time,
yeah,
if you want to get involved with the let me call it the Humanity First movement in New York,
yeah,
or I call it New York Yang Gang because it's just easier for me to say it.
yeah,
Okay. If you want to get in contact with us, if you want to volunteer, the link you can please, if you could add it in the description, or just add it again in the chat.
mm.
It's ny dash oh no ny dot yang gang. No, I forgot. Hold on.
It's just you can go on to uh uh
ny dot hf
HF
movement
HF, right?
hfmovement.org/volunteers. So
Yeah.
ny dot, or is it dash? I'm not sure. Listen, follow me on Twitter. I will be posting it. So
Yeah,
Nel Nieves on Twitter is
yeah.
easy.
Humanity first.
Yep. And we're
Move.
gonna win it. We're gonna listen. If Andrew Yang decides to run,
Mm,
we're winning this thing. This
mhm.
ain't going on anywhere. We're winning this. There's no way we're gonna lose.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Great. Thank you so much. All right.
All
So
right.
everybody stay safe. Yeah. Stay out of trouble. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. And I'll see you in 2021.
Yes, 2021 for
Yeah.
sure.